All right, and welcome back. Mike Lomas, Clown Wiggle. We are the financial guys. Normally you can catch us on News Radio 930 WBEN every Saturday, 1 to 3. Been here over a year on WGRZ. Hard to believe we've been doing this show every Tuesday for over a year. Place where money meets politics. We do have a lot of fun with this show Monday through Friday. Whole team of professionals that manage money, retirement planning, estate planning, 401k planning, healthcare planning, Medicare planning. Use this as a resource, 633-1515. Like us on Facebook. A lot of the stuff we talk about we post to our Facebook page. And follow us on Twitter at FinGuys. In studio with me, Ron Reinstein. Ron, head of our divorce, certified divorce financial analyst.
Yes, sir.
And head of our divorce team. Also a big part of our retirement planning team. You know, our whole team really does a lot of retirement planning. You know, during the break. Well, first of all, we got to give a shout out to one of your buddies who watches the show.
I want to wish happy birthday to my best friend Josh Bauer, president of Bauer Freight. So any of viewers that are looking to get any goods moved, please give him a call. And as he said, the Trump tax cuts, Trump being in office, never been busier. So it's
how awful is that?
It's horrible. It is so horrible. So
he's in a moving company? Shipping and moving?
Yeah, for dry bulk, rail, all the above. So he does that. So he's a freight broker.
Well,
that's the thing too. So as we were talking this past weekend, I figured I'm going to make a sign. So for the liberals that have all these issues with too much money in their paycheck, their investments have gone up. So the checks are made payable to the United States Treasury. And since we live in New York, this is the address to send them to.
Well, let me get at it. Put that up there. So for all those liberals to see, if you're unhappy with the tax cuts, and you find that you're getting more money
in your pocket,
and how devastating this is where you send it.
So to prevent Armageddon, here's where we want to send it back to the United States Treasury, P.O. Box 37007, Hartford, Connecticut, and just
love it.
Send it back.
Easy enough.
Problem solved.
And there's a little line on the end that says if you want to do more, you can even do more.
Yes, and things that have come back. Apple bringing money that Obama tried to get to.
Isn't that awesome? So they're talking about it. What's amazing to me, Apple, great company. It's been managed good for a long time. A lot of cash. But, there's no secret that they tend to at least encourage their folks to vote liberal. But, all against Trump, all against the tax cuts. Now we get the tax cuts. They're talking about bringing $38 to $245 billion back to this country.
Correct.
And they're talking about creating something like 20,000 jobs. Yeah. Why didn't they do that under Obama?
Well, because...
Just be honest with people.
Yeah, Obama said, he's like, bring the money back, but we're not going to lower the repatriation percentage that's going to get attached.
Yeah, so these good old liberals would said, we love Obama, what a great guy, but we're not bringing the $200 billion back. But now that there's an economic incentive, and good for them, by the way, as a publicly traded company, you have to do that. You got to do what's in the best interest of your shareholders. And that's what they did. But, be honest with people. Say, look, we're not bringing it back because under Obama, the taxes were too damn high. They're too high. And then now what? Guess what? We're lowering them. We're making it more attractive to do business here. Money's coming back. 20,000 jobs they're talking about creating. And I got a feeling those are not, minimum wage jobs.
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, again, like when I say to people too, look at the tax tables from where they were to where they're going to go when, the tax brackets change.
Yeah.
As an employer, when you sign a paycheck, you're going 20, 30% sometimes above that wage. That's the number that comes out of our pocket.
At least. I look at my payroll and I think, what happened to the other 20%? I didn't know we were paying those people that much. Oh, we're not. It's going to the IRS.
And that's the thing is if you want to create jobs, you can't tax the business owner to death. I know that's a novel concept, but it's the thing too is like, who's going to... I don't understand how people are going to complain when they look at their statements. They look at more money back into their pocket.
They're not. There's a minimal amount of people sucking off the system. 40 million people still on food stamps. A majority of them who refuse to go to work and don't send me they're sick people. That's Social Security, disability. That's disability. Very different than the permanent welfare where people are just going to sit at home, able-bodied people. We got to take a quick break. We'll talk more about you and your money. We come back here on WGRZ Financial Guys. Welcome back to Money Talks. Here with you each and every Tuesday, 11:30 to noon, right after the news on WGRZ. Mike Lomas, Clown Wiggle Financial Guys. This is the place where money meets politics. If you need us throughout the week, folks, if you think like us, 633-1515. Our website, thefinancialguys.com. Don't forget the THE. Follow or like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter @FinGuys. In studio with me here, Ron Reinstein, part of our retirement planning team, head of our divorce department, along with Tom Canavo. And what's neat about our divorce department is we have an attorney / wealth advisor and a certified divorce financial analyst / wealth advisor. Big deal. That's a big deal.
It is, because it's a new year, it's a new beginning, and that's what it seems to be. January is a lot of time when people start to file for divorce. So, as Tom
is that right?
I've seen a little more
kick off the new year.
More of an uptick in calls actually for it too already. So, and that's the thing too, is we
New Year's resolution, time to move on.
Could be.
Yeah.
But this the thing is why Tom and I put together the department from a legal standpoint and also the financial standpoint is the three aspects of divorce that work together. You have the financial, you have the legal, and then there's also the emotional part. And unfortunately for the last one, the first two components usually work together in a linear fashion. But as Tom and I say, when we sit with anyone, at any stage of where you are in a divorce, that you want to make these decisions that come with it as you navigate through the emotional aspect with knowledge, and is just, again, removing the emotional component from it. So as everything changes, you're going to go from a one household income now to two. If a divorce doesn't produce a financial windfall. So as you go through the process, we want to help educate everyone, even if you're starting out, making the best decisions possible, as these decisions have ramifications, not even just 5 months down the road, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years.
And I've noticed some of the homework is overlapping. I mean, it's not, but I think the biggest challenge when it comes to divorce is if we have a couple that comes in, husband and wife, and they walk through a homework process, which is pretty intense but doable.
Yeah.
We educate them, keep it simple. It's complicated but simple. But now oftentimes divorce, you've got one of the couples who really always said, I don't want to be a part of it.
Correct. Yeah. And that's the thing, is we want to get them to embrace it. That, look, you can't just say, I'm going to get X amount of dollars from splitting, the sale of the house, retirement account, I should be fine. It's like there's all these components that go into it. With the homework that we talk about too is, okay, so who's taking care of the yard? Who's taking care of the taxes? If a new windows need to get put in, when there's two incomes coming in the house, the expense maybe is more palatable to tackle.
Yeah.
If it's one income, then where's the money going to come from?
Yeah. Let me switch gears here for a second. I want to talk a little bit about retirement planning. Stock market's done pretty well over the last year or two. And I've been encouraging people, don't be lazy with your investments. It's really easy to do that, right? We've had a recovery from the bottom of the recession. Economy didn't grow really that well for 8 years under Obama. We had a pretty decent year last year, hoping the tax cuts will put us into a longer term type of bull market. But I think it would be really foolish and naive to think that, the stock market's just going to run up forever without making changes.
And that's exactly it. As I say to people too, is like the pro and the big argument I will give is that we're reinvesting back into the economy with businesses. If it's Southwest, modernizing their fleet, well, that involves parts from Honeywell, steel, even the rivets. I mean, these are all businesses that go into building that 737. We talked about Apple, but remember, that can always shift around. And then what do you have to protect you to the downside?
Yeah, and other things can halt the business cycle.
Correct.
North Korea, right? All that kind of stuff.
Anything that's geopolitical can stop it.
That's right. Right.
And then what's the plan then?
Yeah.
So it's great now. It continues to go and grow, and you look at the numbers. And like you said earlier in the beginning of the show, every liberal's like, oh my God, the market's going to crash and we're all out of money.
Well, they were doing that. The first night, I'll never forget, we did a show. It's been a year. The night he won, boy, they were up in arms. The Dow futures, everything's good. In the morning, I think the stock market ended up.
It was up 300 points that day.
Yeah, all the smart money said, wait a minute, he's going to give us back our own money. He's going to get right-sized regulations. Might be a great time to invest.
Yeah.
Ron, appreciate you joining me.
Thank you.
Share this with people. Our liberal folks who are unhappy with the tax cuts and are are getting more money back this year, you can send that the extra money you're going to make into the government. There's nothing wrong with that. And in fact, there's a box on your tax return that you can check and actually send in more money. So if you're unhappy with it, we would encourage you to do so. Ron, appreciate it. On behalf of Mike Lomas, Glenn Wiggle, we're the financial guys. 633-1515 if you need us throughout the week. God bless. We'll see you next week here on WGRZ.